The Nutcracker has truly become a special part of the holiday season, and the Jose Mateo Ballet Theatre is presenting their very own enchanting version of the Nutcracker in Dorchester. This will actually be its 37th season. Here to tell us more about while their production adds an extra layer of magic, Mr. Jose Mateo, the artistic director of Jose Mateo Ballet Theatre. And I can't wait to talk to our viewers about the Nutcracker. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
Now, Mr. Mateo, many of us are familiar with the story of the Nutcracker, but your version is special. Let's talk about how you have used dance over the years to help a diverse audience really learn to love and enjoy ballet.
Okay, well, I think the fundamental glue behind everything we do is really the music. And so selecting music that has the potential to appeal to a lot of people. But more than that is the way we relate to the music. Mm-hmm. I think everyone in every culture understands movement and how it can relate to music. And so you use that as the common language to reach across all sorts of differences among people, rather than stick to one particular set of cultural standards that might speak very loudly to one group, but maybe alienates another. So yeah, the way we deal with music, I'd like to say the way we deal with movement, that we try to make as universal as possible.
Okay, and considering this is the 37th season, I would say that you've got that down. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, thank you. It's been a long run, for sure.
Now, more than 100 children are participating in this year's production, including 15 local children from the greater Boston area. We know the parents eat it up. They love to see their babies up there. But let's talk about the children who are going to come and watch. One thing, they can actually dance with the Jose Mateo Ballet Theatre, one, and two, dance is just such a meaningful way to develop children. They're having fun, but they don't know how much more they're really getting from it too.
Right, no, it's I think a very strong growing experience for, I would say, every single child that participates. At the end of the day, comes out of the other end of the experience having evolved. And it has to do with many of the things that are present in other activities, but I do believe that dance is a particularly suitable medium for bringing people together and really bringing people out of themselves as well. So the idea that they have to learn something, and the rehearsals require a lot of discipline, of course, and that they will be presenting this to an audience, I think sets them up for an experience that is very unique in a way. And then, of course, they all feel very proud. They feel like they've learned something and they actually have acquired new skills. So we're always very proud of the children.
Yes, we are. And another beautiful thing about this production, you all are making the production welcoming for all audience. You're making it accessible. Talk to me about that.
Absolutely. You know, ballet has a very unusual history, and it has parts of that history are not things we would be very proud of, but the potential for that art form to really speak to everyone is incredibly high. Mm-hmm. It just hasn't been exploited in that sense. And so what we're trying to do is take a very traditional art form that, like most cultural expressions, come from a specific time and a specific place, and use it to illustrate how the potential of dance in general can really engage anyone. So it's all human movement. And so it's a particular vocabulary in the way that any other dance form has its movement vocabulary. The question is, how expertly do we manipulate that movement vocabulary, and how sincerely can we express it in an inviting way that makes people understand that it's being presented for them. So it's a matter of giving a performance, or giving a giving performance that people sense is really meant to connect with them.
And speaking of giving performance, we want to make sure before we go, tell people how they can purchase tickets.
Tickets, I would say go online. We have, I believe, another 11 performances left. So if you were to go to ballettheatre.org, that's our website, or just Google it, we will come up. And we're at the Strand, and it should be easy to find. And we have all sorts of ways of making it affordable and accessible to everyone.
Awesome. Well, Mr. Jose Mateo, we thank you for joining us, and we will be right back.
All right, thank you.